Sun and Fun and the Florida Air Museum support year-round educational programs. These programs happen at the Aerospace Center for Excellence, or ACE educational facilities. They have a few things coming up that you're going to want to check out. All the details are coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Lauren Lingell. With us we have in studio Rochelle Floyd, who's the Education Director at Aerospace Center for Excellence. Welcome, Rochelle.
Thank you.
And Jamie Jamison, who is the Manager at Aerospace Discovery at the Florida Air Museum. Welcome.
Well, we're excited to be here.
Fantastic. So what is going on over at the museum? You've got this new program, Transition to the Sky?
Yes. Actually, this is the second year we're hosting this program. So it's to help people with special needs. So the program's going to take place on March 22nd, and it's a Thursday. The program lasts generally a couple of hours, so we invite people to come and experience the air travel procedures. So anyone that has any kind of apprehensions of flying, maybe someone just has a fear of flying, maybe someone has autism and knows that they're going to have some obstacles that they're going to need to overcome. So it's for the students and the parents or caretakers.
And when you say students, what age range are you talking about?
It's really for anyone.
Okay, so it's open to the public?
Yes. Pre-registration is required. It's on our website at flysnf.org.
Okay, fantastic. And that's located out at the Lakeland Linder Airport?
Yes, on the south side on the Sun and Fun Expo campus.
Okay, so that seems like it would be a really awesome thing. What's your involvement with it? Do you get to really get into it and interact with everyone?
Yes, I developed the program, so I do all of the scheduling and have the volunteers come in, and I'm more of the in the background as the program happens, but I am highly involved with everyone that participates, and actually this one is almost full already.
How long does so it's a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
So how long does it take, and can you kind of paint me a picture of what that looks like?
Yes, we start them off at the Lakeland Linder Regional Airport. So we take them to the north side of the airport to go through the whole process of arriving, putting their baggage in for ticketing, and then we go to the gate where you're going to sit at the gate for quite some time. You have stimulation as far as the announcements on the intercom, other people sitting near you. And then we board the aircraft. We take them over to our campus to load on the 727. Mm-hmm. We start the engines, so the simulation of the noises, the vibrations, everything's there. And then we go through baggage claim.
Oh, wow. Wish somebody would have prepared me for that. The only thing you can't really simulate without getting off the ground, I guess, is that little turbulence pocket.
Yes. Yes, we try to show them videos on our smartboard in the aircraft of some of the things that they'll see out the windows. Okay. So, above the clouds and kind of taxiing to the runway.
Fantastic. And you've got this this other program that's it's ongoing, Aligning with the Stars, or Aligning the Stars for students?
Yes, we just received a portable planetarium back in August. It was a grant through the GiveWell Foundation and the George Jenkins Fund. And it's something that basically I'm taking the planetarium, it's been on average a couple times a week here lately, to various schools. I was out at Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in Plant City Saturday. Mm-hmm. So it's getting a lot of attention.
So it's portable. So is it just in this big huge trailer, and then you have to get there and set it up, or how does it work?
No, it's actually an inflatable dome.
Okay.
So it's in a big duffel bag, and I take it to the location I'm going to be presenting, inflate it, and there's a projector. We actually have 10 different cylinders that we can project, so there's 10 different subjects that can be taught from it. So it's not just limited to your star field. We have biology cells, plate tectonics, weather, ocean currents. It's there's a lot of educational value for it.
That sounds fancy. I feel like I missed out when I was a child. So Jamie, the Aerospace Discovery at Florida Air Museum, joining up with the Citrus Label Tour.
Yeah, so on the ACE campus out at Sun and Fun, we have Aerospace Discovery, which is our museum element. And the museum tells kind of different stories in aviation and Florida aviation. And one of the things that we had the opportunity to do lately is join on with the Polk County Citrus Crate Label Trail and Tour. And it's really fantastic. We dedicated our label, and it is a NC4 brand out of Florence Villa in the Winter Haven area. And it features a World War I aircraft. A set on this beautiful background of orange blossoms, and it allows us to kind of tie into this story of World War I with the current centennial or 100-year anniversary, as well as the Polk County story. And it's been a wonderful addition on our property, not just for our visitors, but the Sun and Fun campus hosts things like Pig Fest, Carlisle auto events, and so tens of thousands of people are walking past this label, learning a little bit more about Polk County while they're here.
Oh, fantastic. And so as the museum manager, you must have some exhibits coming in.
We do. We have, we've got
noteworthy.
some exhibits that are ongoing.
Okay.
One of the ones that we're working on a revamp right now, if people haven't been out to Aerospace Discovery, is we actually have a significant collection of Howard Hughes artifacts.
Oh, wow.
Al Lodwick, the namesake of Lodwick Field, he was Howard Hughes' manager during his Around the World flight. And so in the late 90s, one of our museum volunteers wrote to the Hughes estate and said, we'd love to be a showcase for the Howard Hughes exhibit. We're in Lakeland. We have this great connection to Al Lodwick, and we were fortunate enough to be selected. So we've been doing some revamping in that exhibit, trying to tell his story about why he was in love with aviation and his passions between aviation and filmmaking.
Wow.
Yeah. Right here in Lakeland. It's fantastic.
I really feel like we should get in on this because it's here. It's right here.
Yes, and and in addition to the Howard Hughes artifacts, we have several different aircraft on display. Outside the museum are the big ones, the military aircraft, and then inside the museum, our individual aircraft tell some really unique stories. For example, we have a plane called Loving's Love, and it is this small racing airplane, so it's really sleek looking, and it's really low to the ground. And when you start reading the story on the placard about it, the owner, Neil Loving, was a double amputee. He had a gliding accident, and he didn't let that stop him. He became the first licensed air racing pilot that was a Black American and a double amputee. So there's these really great stories on display through these, humongous airplane-sized artifacts.
So I'm intrigued now. What is a racing pilot? What do these guys do?
Yeah, so racing pilots will set out for some sort of objective. There's different types of races that they can compete in. So Neil Loving was just a time and distance racing. There's another pilot from Polk County named Pete Sones, who we feature in the museum. And he, during World War I, had enlisted. He came to Jacksonville for training, didn't make it overseas, was on his way to go home, popped through Haines City and decided to stick around. He loved Haines City. And he actually entered a race where you had to fly using visual flight rules. So you're looking for different points of reference on the ground. He had to find these letters that spelt out Liberty, Liberty, across the East Coast. And it was all timed, whoever got from one destination or one letter to the next. And he was the fastest. So we have this silver bowl on display in the museum for that type of a racing tournament for a guy from Polk County. I know.
What's wrong with me? Why don't I go to museums more often?
I know.
That sounds so cool.
It's fun to see that story, the aviation story, and then
Right.
the Polk County story intersect on that one.
That's fantastic. So about the museum, how often are you open? What are your hours?
Awesome. So Aerospace Discovery is open Monday through Sunday right now. And in May through October, we're closed on Mondays. But generally Monday through Saturday, we're open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Sundays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And people that come out during March are going to see all sorts of activity preceding even the fly-in. We've got a great competition coming up the weekend of March 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. It's a drone competition. Yeah, so there'll be all these students out there from different countries. I was looking at the list the other day. There's a team coming from Egypt.
Wow.
That will be launching these drones that they have to assemble in a certain amount of time, and they have to pick up a payload and deliver it. So it'll be pretty exciting at the museum over the next month, even before the fly-in.
Those are college,
College students,
teams,
yep.
right?
College teams, yep. College
So-
engineers.
and we have the high school drone competition in May.
Okay, so you got to come back and talk about that because that just sounds exciting.
Definitely.
I actually think I know a few people in this office who want to get in on that. Well, that sounds like a lot of wonderful things that you're doing out at the Aerospace Museum and SunFun, and I'm really looking forward to hearing how other people in Polk County are participating. So, well, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Hopefully you come back and tell me some more awesome things. So, with 14 buildings and a Boeing 727 classroom from the Aerospace Center for Excellence, ACE Educational Facilities, Sun and Fun and the Florida Air Museum support year-round educational programs. Make sure you check out the Transition to the Sky scheduled for Thursday, March 22nd from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The program offered at the Aerospace Center for Excellence that is designed to prepare people with special needs and their families for future air travel. For more information on all of the programs Aerospace Center for Excellence has coming up, you can check them out on the web at www.flysnf.org/ACE or give them a call at 863-644-2431.